Welcome to another flight attendant vlog. Today I'm going to continue my standby line that I showed you in my last video. Let's see how this goes today. They called me yesterday that they don't need me too early. Like, I was supposed to start standby at 1:30 p.m. but they told me that they don't need me until like 3 p.m. So I have like 2 more hours or 1.5 more hours here at home. And I'm just gonna make my way to the Flight Operations Center now. So I have to go to Munich, which is about a 2-hour drive. And then I'm just gonna stay there and see if they give me something to fly. Let's see. Just arrived here in Munich at our Flight Operations Center. There's no flight in sight yet, but it's only 1:30 p.m. so let's walk inside and let's see how this turns out today. Let's go to Toronto. Good evening. So I finally arrived in Toronto. I didn't have much time to talk to you before, so the thing is, my standby shift started at 3 p.m. this afternoon. So if I am on standby, crew scheduling can call me an hour before flight. So they have to call me at least an hour before flight. Sometimes they'll call me like 2 or 3 hours before flight, which is nice of them. But I always have to be there at the airport or at the Flight Operations Center. Well, if I would live close to the airport, I wouldn't have to do that. Then I could just stay home. But since I live 2 hours away from the airport, you do the math, I just have to be there. So they decided to call me at 4:30 p.m. So I was 1 hour and 30 minutes into my shift already. So they called me and they were like, "Are you at the crew building?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." And they're like, "Perfect. You're gonna go to Toronto." And I'm like, "The Toronto flight must have left already, didn't it?" They're like, "Yeah, that's the reason why you're going there." So they needed people for the Toronto flight, because there were a few things that were going on, and then the crew that was supposed to fly the Toronto flight couldn't fly because of their maximum duty times. So if they already know that you're gonna go over your maximum flight time, like your maximum duty time, there are laws and regulations in place, then you can't really fly this flight. So practically they sent a whole standby crew. So yeah, that was interesting. First of all, they told me that I was supposed to deadhead together with another colleague, and then we were supposed to deadhead back tomorrow. So they changed everything once again. I was excited for the deadhead flight, but now I'm working tomorrow as well. So I'm going back on duty and someone else is going back deadhead. I guess this other person has less flying hours than me, and I guess they would rather just send someone who doesn't have that many flying hours already. So anyways, with that, my standby shift is over. I'm just gonna go home tomorrow, and then, well, I get back the day after tomorrow, so I'll be back Saturday. Today is Thursday, so that was quite good. I mean, I've been to Canada twice within 5 days. I've never done that before because I only had 1 day off in between. So anyways, currently it is 11:30 p.m., which means back home in Austria it is 5:30 a.m. which means I've been up for a while. I'm quite tired. I know I don't seem that way today. You know, like when you don't know where you're going and stuff, and then the flight was quite chaotic because we were going on an Airbus 340 and it was supposedly at 3:30 that was gonna go here. So they had to reload everything, and let's just say storage spaces are a lot different on a 330 than they are on a 340. So we had to restock everything. I mean, it was totally safe the way it was just not practical. But anyways, it was just a hassle, and then we were pretty much fully booked. I had a few empty seats because it was a bigger plane now, but still, it was quite exhausting. So I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm gonna show you my room, and then that's just it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do something tomorrow, honestly. Probably some breakfast, and maybe I'm gonna go for a little walk. Probably a long walk, you know me, right? Oh, and by the way, today at our crew building, I met one of my colleagues. I didn't know her before, but she knew everything about me because she was watching my videos, and I walked up there because I was looking for a plug-in so that I could plug my laptop and everything in. I wanted to charge my phone and stuff when I was just waiting around for crew scheduling to call me. And then she's like, "Oh, you're the vlogger." And I'm like, "You watched one of my videos?" So if you're watching, you know who you are. So anyways, I'm gonna show you my room and then I'm gonna go to bed. Good night, guys. So this is the bathroom, standard bathroom. And then here we've got our shower and bathtub. Here we've got a mirror. There's a closet behind me. By the way, I'm not even wearing mascara today because I was just in such a hurry to get to the airport. I made it there within 30 minutes and I still had to change my uniform and go through our crew parking lot and get my suitcases. So I changed in my car, so if anyone would have walked by, that would have been a little weird. So here is a desk. Did I show you the bed? It's like a king size. I like that. It's very cold in here. I think it's like maybe like 70 degrees, so that's less than 20 degrees Celsius, I guess. And let's open this up. I'm up on the 19th story of this building. Isn't it pretty? That's Toronto. Good morning, it is 8 a.m. I'm about ready to head down to the lobby and then outside. I'm not sure what the rest of the crew is gonna do because let's be honest, we all got the trip out of standby last night. Well, it wasn't night, but yesterday afternoon pretty much. So we all got the trip out of standby, everyone was tired. I think a few people went out for some beer or something. I didn't want to come with them. Like the captain was like, he is so glad we all worked so well and everything because it could have been a horror trip, honestly, because everyone got it out of standby. We didn't have a briefing, which we usually have, but because the crew that was supposed to fly the trip was on a plane and they boarded the plane and they prepared it. Actually, I was with them because I was at the flight depression center. I was there quite early, but the rest of the crew just got in when the passengers were aboard. We did have like a really quick briefing, but not like the extended one that we usually have that takes like 25 minutes. We just didn't have time for that. So the captain was like, I'm gonna pay for a drink for everyone. And almost everyone was like, I'm sorry, we're just gonna go to bed. But it was really nice of the captain to do that, you know? But yeah, sleep was more important to me. So anyways, I'm not sure what they're doing today because of that. Because everyone pretty much just went to their room and went to sleep. So yeah, I didn't get anyone's number either. I mean, I noticed one guy from the crew because he was on a Montreal trip that I got out of standby the other day too. But I don't have his number either, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go out for breakfast. I think I'm gonna go to Expectation once again because I love it there. Like the Eggs Benedict that they have, or those, I think they're called Blackstone eggs. It's kind of like this twist on Eggs Benedict because it has avocado in there. Oh my gosh, so yummy. So I think I'm just gonna go there. The weather looks good, like a few clouds in the sky, but the sun's out and it's gonna be warm today. So I think I'm just gonna walk down to the lake. It is Lake Ontario here, right? Yeah, pretty sure. Oh my gosh, what is the sun doing with that, with my face? Like, it's shadows everywhere. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys later and you can come along, of course. Toronto is beautiful. I just went to breakfast and then down to the lake and it was just amazing. like Old Town Toronto. I went through there. Is like the city hall, all of that kind of stuff. It's just very, very nice. So right now I'm at my hotel because like our request system, it opens up again today. And in case I didn't get my request, I need to request something new, so I have to be here. Currently it's 11:30 a.m. and it opens at 12 p.m. So that's why I decided to go back to the hotel in order to be here for that at noon. And afterwards, I'm just gonna go to a supermarket. I just remembered today when I stepped outside that there's this very nice supermarket that has so many things. I think it's kind of like Whole Foods, just a different chain, but still. And it's only a few blocks away, so I'm gonna walk up there, and afterwards I'm just gonna go to sleep, and then I'm gonna have my dinner. Like, I'm gonna buy some dinner at the supermarket actually. So that's the plan. And right now I'm just gonna log on to the system and wait for it to open. I just got back from the supermarket. It was called Loblaws, in case you're wondering. So I'm really annoyed right now. So I came back to the room, wanted to get into the room. I'm up on the 19th story of this building, and my key card didn't work. So I went down to the lobby. It took me forever, waited in line, and then it was my turn. So I was like, I'm sorry, but I've got a problem with my key card. I'm trying to get into my room, but it doesn't work. So the lady didn't say sorry or anything. So she just sat, hold on a minute, and then she took the key card. I also had the little pouch that they gave us with my room number and everything on there. And yeah, that was pretty much it. So she's like, well, I need to see your passport. And I'm like, well, my passport is in the safe in my room. She's like, well, but you need to show it to me in order to get your key card. And I'm like, well, but it's in my safe. I mean, I'm not supposed to carry it around anywhere, because if it's lost, then it's lost, you know? Then she's like, well, then I'm gonna send security up. So finally I realized that I had a picture of my passport in my phone, and I showed her that, and she's like, well, it's enough for now, but next time you need to show me your real passport. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna take my passport with me. She was just like really unfriendly, and she's like, well, you probably had your key card next to your phone. And I'm like, well, everything is in my purse, obviously. She's like, well, you can't have it next to your phone, otherwise the magnet is turned off. And I'm like, what in the world? I'm just like, that customer service was just like crap. And then she was like, well, next time also remember who checked you in, because then this person can recognize you. And I'm like, I'm sorry, did you realize how big this hotel was? She's not gonna realize who I am. And also, I was wearing my flight attendant uniform. We got in last night very late. We were all standbys. Do you really want me to remember who checked me in? Yeah, just sorry for rambling, but I'm just really annoyed. Anyways, I'm gonna show you what I bought at the supermarket, and yeah, then I'm gonna go to bed. I bought these two things. I bought the cold formula tea from Traditional Medicinals. I've been looking for this tea for about a year, I believe. And I figured out that in the US it's called the Gypsy Cold Care Tea, but I couldn't find it the last time I was there either. So just bought it, super happy about it. And then I bought these mini ring donuts. This is the view from my hotel room. Isn't it nice? Let's go back to Munich. I'll talk to you guys once I arrive in Munich, and after this flight my standby line is over. I probably won't have to do any more standby or reserve lines this year, because I did all of them in the first half of the year because I just wanted to be done with them. So yay! I'm excited. Bye bye for now, and I'll see you soon. I'm back home. The trip was so much fun. Like, the colleagues were awesome, and Toronto was just like really nice. And now I'm off for a full week. No vacation time or anything. It's just the way my schedule works. Because this month I'm doing 5 long haul trips. So that is a lot of long haul trips, but it gets me a ton of flying hours, so yeah. And this week our construction, like the remodeling process, is going on in full force, and I'm gonna be working on that project for the whole week pretty much, and then I'm flying again on Sunday next week. Today is Sunday actually. I got home last night. So yeah, got the whole week together with Andy. We're gonna be in our future apartment all the time, working and like tearing down walls and stuff. So my room here in Salzburg, it's empty. Can you hear like the voice? It sounds really weird. Oops, that was just like the, it's just just like one of the cleaning things out there, one of the cleaning tools. It was actually a broom, I think. So everything is empty. Can you believe that I used to live in here? So I'm gonna leave my closet in here. I bought it last year, but I didn't have a use for it in the new apartment. So I'm just gonna leave it here, and the girl that moves in here in 2 weeks, she's gonna take it over and reimburse me for it. And then I'm leaving this lamp as well because, yeah, I just didn't need it anymore. Yeah, that is my room. Gonna miss it here a little bit, I think. I'm gonna go on another long haul trip on Sunday. So I'm gonna end this vlog right now, and I'm just gonna talk to you then once I actually am flying again. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.